What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and today we're looking at a set of gym gloves from a company called TRIDEER. Now I'll show you my hands later, but obviously I don't wear gloves that often in the gym. So it was actually kind of cool that they reached out and asked if we could do a review on their gloves, because it's a nice opportunity for me to try them out and see what kind of products are on the market. The key thing though with gloves for me is always that they protect your hands, and sure, they'll give you a bit of extra grip. But usually they also make your grip a lot thicker, making it harder to grab onto bars and dumbbells and so on. So we're going to see if these actually provide a good medium in the sense of providing grip and safety for your hands and still being able to lift heavy weights like you want to. Alright, up close with the TRIDEER lifting gloves. You can see I got two pair here, XXL and XL, which are exactly the same. This is the packaging, which is nothing shocking. It's just a plastic Ziploc bag with some branding on it, and you get a little card inside for more information and so on. It doesn't have to be spectacular packaging, obviously, because it's lifting gloves, so it's pretty average product, so to say. Functional and just fine, I'd say. Put this aside, have a look at the gloves, see what you get. Putting the glove on is nice and easy. As you can see, you get a big opening here, which is actually stitched all the way around, so you're not going to tear it there. So it's very comfortable to get your hand in, and then obviously this wrist flap wrap part serves to first of all tighten the glove, and second of all provide some support around the wrist. Idea obviously being that you don't need separate wrist wraps when you're doing pressing exercises. The only problem is though that you can see that my wrist is still outside the glove and outside the wrap, so it doesn't really provide any extra stability. Sure, there's a little bit of extra support. But when you are a serious lifter lifting serious weights, then this is certainly not going to be enough for you. You see, there's way too much flexibility in the wrist, and there's actually, it's not tight enough to provide any real support. I mentioned this to TRIDEER, and they said they actually had that feedback from other clients as well, and they're actually working on, let's say, the second version of these gloves to improve this wristband in order to make it more functional. Now the gloves themselves are actually quite nice. They have good padding here in the middle of the palm of the hand where it matters, around the fingers, but the padding is not so thick that you can't grab the bar anymore. When you get sort of lifting gloves that have very thick padding, that's obviously great because it protects your hands and it adds a little bit of extra grip, but it makes the glove really thick and makes your grip really thick and making it actually harder to lift heavy weights. Not the case here. Very comfortable material with plenty of ventilation sort of in between the fingers. I'm not really sure why they've padded the top here. I don't think that's really necessary either for structural integrity, and it certainly doesn't benefit ventilation, but overall you will sweat in here, of course, but it's not too bad. Obviously you can't compare this to like lifting straps or something because this covers your whole hand. They are going to get dirty then, obviously, because you're going to sweat in them a lot. Hand wash only, and you can just rinse them out, squeeze them out with a little light detergent and let them dry, and then you'll be fine to use them again. Overall they're very comfortable, which is obviously key because you don't want something uncomfortable when you're working out, and the pull tabs here are quite nice to help you take the glove off, although I would have wished they had one here on the thumb as well. Overall though, they're comfortable, they look pretty stylish. I like the sort of sleek black look, and I like that it isn't actual Velcro, but it's I'm not really sure what it's called, but that means it doesn't sort of fray and look bad over time. Honestly, I can't say how these will hold up after several months of use, but overall I think it's a pretty decent quality product that'll certainly make you happy in the gym. I don't think this is aimed at sort of hardcore powerlifters, but more at your sort of average gym goer, and for that I think it's a very suitable product. So conclusion time, what do we make of these lifting gloves from TRIDEER? I think it's a very well-rounded product. Overall it gives you a pretty decent grip, pretty decent hand protection, and still doesn't make your grip much thicker than necessary. So it's a very good medium in terms of balancing safety for the hands and performance on the bar. The wrist part, like I said, doesn't really add anything in terms of structural support. Certainly not if you're, let's say, an above average lifter, but I'd say for anybody who's just casually going to the gym, lifting weights a little bit, it'll work just fine. And credit to TRIDEER obviously that they're actually listening to their clients, listening to feedback from customers, and actually working on improving this. So it's going to be interesting to see what version 2 will look like and if it actually provides better wrist support. Overall though, I think it's a decent product for a very decent price. Definitely something you really can't go wrong with if you're, just a casual gym goer. If you are, a serious powerlifter or a strongman or a very serious athlete, these are probably not for you. But I also don't think they're aimed for those kind of people. This is Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the TRIDEER Lifting Gloves. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel, that always helps us out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!